What's up, people? For those that don't know, my name is Joey. Most people know me by Snow Rock. So check this. This is about prison politics. If anybody knows, I spent most of my life in California prisons, and I was a white Crip. So being white and being in a Crip gang made you the number one target for any, white guy trying to make a name for himself or just trying to survive in some cases because it's been a lot of situations where white guys were told, hey, if you don't go stab that guy, you got to get off the yard. And a lot of guys got off the yard. A lot of guys went in what the whites called. They had a thing. They called it in the hat. If you're in the hat, a lot of guys went in the hat because they wouldn't. They wouldn't come do something to me. So now this is just inside information. In California prisons, races are separated and segregated. The whites are with the whites, the blacks with the blacks, the Mexicans with the Mexicans, and it goes on and on. They got a group of others. You got a bunch of different groups. You got South Side Hispanics and you got Norteño Hispanics. You got Pisces. Those are Hispanics too. It's a lot of it's segregated. Put it like that. And because I chose to be with the blacks, the whites had a problem with that. And several times there was attempts on my life. So I've been stabbed several times. Anyway, you get the picture. And thank you. I appreciate it because I survived. And you know what I'm saying? I spent almost 20 years in the prison system. And it was not happy days. Let's just say. Uh, Out of the 20 years, I've been stabbed 13 times. I've been in more fights than I can remember. I've been in, a bunch of riots. I've been shoot programs and whole. And, I even had an incident where I was, running my mouth and ended up getting beat by the police. Police beat the brakes off me. I ain't never been beat like that before in my life. Uh, I think I can't have kids to this day because of the beating I took. That's a real true story. But yeah, but so prison politics, in there, it's like when you go in, like it's immediate. You know what I'm saying? You go with whatever race you are, and because I'm white, I guess I was supposed to go with the whites, but I was raised in the hood. I was taken in by the community. You know what I mean? The whole community. You know what I mean? I was taken in the whole community because it takes a tribe to raise. It takes a tribe to raise a child. And I was taken in, it was people all over the neighborhood, I had Aunt Dot that lived, 4 blocks away. I had Aunt Carol that lived right behind me. She took me in, I stayed with her several times because of different situations. She was always there, but she was there for a lot of people. There was a lot of people in the hood, in the community like that. I don't know how it is other places. I don't know how it is growing up in a happy home and in some suburban uh, community. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I know what it's like growing up in the hood. I know what it's like growing up in Southeast San Diego. You know what I mean? I grew up on 41st. Well, no, I grew up right off of 40th, between 40th and 39th, the street in between, which was Quail, and C Street. And we lived there until I was like 13. And then we moved 1 block back for Quail and Broadway. So, my family, we've been over there since I was a little kid. And this goes so far back to when I was a little kid. I remember riding my bike down Broadway, the street I grew up on, and trying to stay in the shadow of the planes that were landing in San Diego Airport. The people that were around there were family. They've been knowing, knowing my family and people, everybody. Most people knew each other. You know what I mean? I remember block parties when it was real deal block parties. Aunt Dot. Aunt Dot, people that don't know, Aunt Dot used to have a banging parties and she stayed right on Hilltop. You know what I'm saying? Right between, what is that, 39th and Boundary. And it was right there, and it'd be cracking. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? It'd be cracking. But Dot had a lot of daughters, you know what I mean? So everybody was over there, you know what I mean? Because of the beautiful ladies. And men will follow women anyway. Okay, so back to prison politics. So in prison, you're supposed to follow along with the rules that have been made up. I didn't do that because I went with the Crips because those were my people. They say, go, why would you with your people? I was with my people. I'm a Crip. That's who I was with. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't understand that. Well, those ain't your people. Well, those is my people. I don't know about nobody else, but those are my people. And you know what I'm saying? It was difficult because by not going along with what they said, I'm considered what they call me a race traitor because I'm not doing what they wanted and when they wanted and I'm over here doing this. And at that time, it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, like right now in prison, I hear that white Crips and Bloods are a hands off policy. The whites, you know what I'm saying, leave them alone. And that's cool. That's cool. You know what I mean? For those guys, you know what I mean? But I was there in the '90s, and if you ask anybody about California prisons, the '90s were the most violent times. You know what I'm saying? Some of the most. I'm not bragging. You know what I'm saying? Because I was scared in them. I was scared a gang of times. You know what I'm saying? I was scared every time somebody stabbed me. But you know what I mean? My goal isn't to worry about being scared. My goal is to survive. So that's what I did. And I did what I had to do, you know what I'm saying, to survive. And I didn't fold up, didn't bow down, didn't roll up, didn't give up, and didn't quit. And anybody that ran up got more than a handful, believe that. So prison politics for a white cripper, you know what I'm saying, out the window. As soon as you walk through the gate. It's you know what I'm saying, it's you expect to be a target. You that's the way I live. I lived, you know what I'm saying, like this my whole life. When my cell door closed, then I could sit down and relax. Because the only person in that cell was my cellie. But once that cell door cracks open, my shoes are on, my feet on the floor, I'm ready to go. Ready for war. And when I first caught all the time, when I went back and I did the 12 years straight, I didn't I didn't expect to survive. You know what I'm saying? It was like a Buck Rogers date for me. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You're telling me I get out like 2006 and 1994. Like, what? What are you talking about? But it is what it is. I made it out. So I figured somebody kept me here for a reason. So I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep asking him to show me what he wants me to do. I'm going to keep asking him to give me the strength to get it done. Whatever that is, whether you like it, whether you don't, I'm going to still be here doing me. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep moving forward and I'm going to keep rising. My job is to take care of my family. Right now, my family's taken care of today. So tomorrow, when I wake up, I'll worry about tomorrow. Right now, today's almost over. So I'll keep this one short. Y'all stay up, stay sweet, stay safe, stay something, stay somewhere, stay somehow. Just stay. Stay out the way.